Sales and marketing reps admitted to wasting, on average, 60 minutes per day correcting poor data. Right, that's a lot of time. Round three, agility in sales and marketing. Right here, we're going to really dive in and tackle account prioritization focused. Are we really we're really attacking the market in the right way? 79% of marketing leaders struggle to prioritize accounts. 71% of sales leaders say account prioritization is their number one challenge as well. Whoa, we agree.
I think it definitely sits with data, and I think it is also a detriment within the sales realm. We've got data everywhere in all of our tools and all of our technology stack. There is unique prospect, lead, contact level data that we're capturing there. And it's not just the hard record information, it's also their engagements on those platforms. How are they opening emails? How long are they staying on webinars? What questions are they asking? It's all over the place. The number one challenge for us is getting that into the same database, making sure that all of our tools are feeding into one place so that we can actually start to dive into the data and clean it up and really start prioritizing from a marketing perspective and building out our visualization of where people are in our marketing pipeline.
Who manages account prioritization better right now, sales and marketing? You work with both a lot in sales ops.
We as sales ops spend a lot of our time analyzing trends and data and understanding why we're winning, where we're winning, what industry we're seeing the most, what types of companies, company size, close loss reasoning, common objections, and even more important, I think too, anecdotally from the front lines, right? What Joe and his leaders and his teams are hearing on discovery calls and common objections and why we're losing deals. I think that if you're going to maybe pick one, it needs to start there as a jump off point, right? The prioritization needs to come a lot with the data, and the data doesn't lie if we have good data, which we do.
So are you saying, hold on. Are you saying that account prioritization should come from the sales team just sitting around deciding who are the best accounts to reach out to?
Usually over a round of golf. Like when Joe and I are playing, that's when we do our best thinking. So I think it like I said, it's a collaborative effort, right? You'd be selling yourself short if it was siloed. It needs to be as one, but if we're going to pick one to start with, I think we go with what the data is telling us, as well as the anecdotal feedback and what the reps and the leadership's hearing from prospects and from clients, and then can take that as one to marketing and bolster and unify our ICP and our account prioritization, our lookalikes and all that stuff too. So,
well, I always have an opinion, and that's certain. I think I go baback to what Anna said with data, right? A lot of the elements of the data that we're pulling together as a marketing team are going to help serve up the direction ahead. And Eric, you yourself mentioned, diving into company profiles and some of the trends, et cetera. But I think the marketing has a better handle on the bigger picture of things, right? B2B trends, competition. What is the competition doing, saying across all the platforms? What does the TAM look like? So I like to think that we have that overview, not just budget and timeline, but what is the big picture of things that we as a team can port over to the sales team for better prioritization. That's my thinking. That's my undercut.
Undercut?
Fight words, French words.
We're obviously our crew is obviously.
I'm sorry. I should go with the golf terms. I don't know.
Taking it back to data, Anna's original point, sales and marketing reps admitted to wasting, on average, 60 minutes per day correcting poor data. Right? That's a lot of time. Anna, why is finding accurate, correct, actionable data so difficult for marketers specifically?
Data churn. Our contact records, our information that we have access to, outdates in a moment's notice. People change jobs, they leave companies, they change technology installs that they have and utilize within their teams that would mean we would target them or not. Their intent signals change. It's keeping track of all of that active change is really time consuming. if it's not automated, if you don't have built-in processes for capturing it, for bringing it into your systems, and for reporting on it. And the biggest challenge there, of course, from the marketing perspective, is that we can only work with permission-based data. I have to work with a database of opt-in leads. Alana has to work with an opt-in database of leads. Otherwise, we can't touch them. So keeping on top of those opt-ins presents another challenge, making sure that we're compliant, making sure that we're staying relevant enough that people don't opt out, even though they're like in the perfect target market for us. So it's just a constant struggle every day.
Joe, from a sales perspective, what challenges are you seeing on the data side?
Time, right? Ultimately keeps going back to that as the hot button. For every one of our team of 60 SDRs that's calling into numbers that can't produce a useful conversation, we're just spinning our wheels and wasting time. So being committed to constantly finding the most up-to-date, current, and quicker ways to validate that info, back to Anna's point, and make sure that it is the most up-to-date and relevant as possibly can be, pays over itself leaps and bounds in terms of what it can bring back and ROI and just the speed with which we can create meetings and better meetings. And the same with just contact data overall. Sellers who spend 5 to 8 to 10 minutes creating that, beautifully personalized custom email, all of a sudden just to get a bounce back, right? Because it wasn't up to date and their sales force is incorrect. Now they have to go and find that, go back and update that record, which should have been 5 to 8 minutes, now just turned into a 20 to 25 minute task, right? So I think that it's just the time element of it and then the impact that it has across a scaling, growing sales organization.
Taking it to the judges, and round 3 has been judged a split decision. No surprise here. Both sales and marketing in agreement on account prioritization being a massive priority, but also a huge challenge, right? And at the end of the day, from both a sales and a marketing perspective, success comes down to resource prioritization, right? Whether you're marketing leader, VP of marketing, CMO, sales leader, VP of sales, CRO, right? Or even just a seller, right? You have a finite amount of resources. In some cases, those resources might be budget, right? In some cases, the resources might be time or human capital, right? There's only so many people who can do so many tasks over a certain time to cover your ICP, right? So you have 2 options, right? You can try to increase your resources, i.e. convince your boss, your executive team to give you more budget, right? More budget for more headcount, for more people, for more marketing campaigns, for more leads, for more brand, for more events, right? Or, which we all know from working with executives can be massively challenging, right? Every year the goals go up and the budgets get tighter, and we're expected to do more with less. Or we can leverage technology and data to figure out how to best prioritize our total addressable market, or as I like to say many, many times, to the point where my team finds it massively annoying, make that haystack smaller, right? Because we are going to find significantly more haystack in a smaller segment of our total addressable market. So it's a tie. And again, if we take away one thing from this, it's that resource prioritization, right? Trying to identify how, either from a sales or marketing perspective, you can take the resources you have and take them to the next level.